Yo, what's up, people? It's Q&A. You can ask me anything. If you're watching this retroactively, you can't. But you can leave a question in the comments and maybe I'll answer it. So, yeah, welcome to the live stream. We're here in the How To Magic Studios. This is a new thing. I've not done a live Q&A, I don't think ever, on YouTube. So, gonna let some people file in here. Adjust my camera a bit. What's up, people? Say hi in the comments. Happy Hanukkah to all my Jewish followers. It's the first night of Hanukkah. This is an Ask Me Anything. You can ask me any question you want. Let's see. We got our first question here. What's up? Posey says, what's your favorite trick? I get that one a lot. That's tough to say. My favorite trick might be this new one I got right here. It is a special magic wand with 3 ends. I will show you guys this trick at the end of the video, so stick around for that. I'm gonna be live streaming for a full hour here. Say my name. Anaf. What's up, Anaf? Jonathan, what's up? Is this your only job, YouTube? Kinda, sorta. YouTube's not the only platform we're on. If you guys didn't know, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter. We're on all the platforms, so yeah, it is a full-time job. I also, I'm an actor, do TV commercials and film, constantly auditioning for stuff, and yeah. That's pretty much it. It's a full-time job, yes. Short answer to that is yes. Can we turn that heater off, Eric? It's gonna be real loud. How did you get so good at magic? I appreciate that. I wouldn't say I'm so good, but I've been doing it for about 30 years now. I started when I was 7 years old, so just a lot of practice. Thank you, sir. Let's see. How are you, Evan? Good to see you live. Thank you, Mr. Footy Cards 24. So that is a good question. I'm doing well. I'm doing really well. Is magic fake? Nepsy says. If you're asking if it's real in the sense of, you know, the effects that you see being performed being like real magic, no, it's not real in that sense. But I wouldn't call it fake either. The magic, the real magic of it is what you experience in your mind, which obviously, you know, it's a trick. There's a simple explanation to most things that you see done in magic. So I would say to some degree it's fake. You know, you're not actually making things float. You're not actually making people disappear. So yeah, yes and no. That's a tough question. Why is your channel called EvanEraTV instead of just EvanEra? That's a good question. When I first started the channel, by the way, this is an AMA. You can ask me anything. Leave your question in the comments. If I don't get to it right away, I will scroll back at the end of this and try and answer as many questions as I can. So leave your questions. Also, let me know where you're watching from. I'm always interested to know where our fans are tuning in from. We just hit 3 million followers. 3 million subscribers here on YouTube. We're almost at 3.1 million subscribers on YouTube, so fantastic. Thank you so much for that support. I named it EvanEraTV because I started this channel like 10 years ago now, 11 years ago now, in 2012. And at the time that I created the channel, a lot of people were calling their channel Boom 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 TV. So I put TV at the end because it was kind of a trend at the time, where the concept was YouTube was like a TV network where you could broadcast yourself. So I think Vitali's channel, Vitali ZDTV, was a big inspiration of why I named it TV. Epic 5 TV, Ruben out in Vegas was an influence on me at the time. So you know, I saw a lot of people naming their channel their name and then TV. It just seemed like had a cool ring to it. So that's how it happened. No real super interesting story there. Do you got any new tricks you're working on from Southern California? That's cool. My cousins are out in California right now. Yeah, I do. This is one that I will show you guys at the end of this video. It's a magic wand with 3 ends. Classic trick. Super cool. So yeah, I do have some new tricks I'm working on. We have a new long-form how-to magic video that's been written, but we haven't started producing it yet. If you haven't yet, please go check out the most recent how-to magic episodes that have gone up. They're kind of lacking in views compared to what our shorts are getting now. I don't know if as many people are seeing the how-to magic videos, but we have been producing a couple new long-form how-to magic episodes here recently. What was the first trick I learned? The first trick I ever learned, I've shown it on the channel before. It's a trick where my dad actually showed it to me. You take two pieces of silverware, you take like a fork and a spoon and kind of weave them together, and they balance on a match or a toothpick on the edge of a drinking glass, and then you light the end of the toothpick on fire, and the end of the toothpick like burns down until it is just barely hanging on. The toothpick's just barely hanging onto the edge of that glass. And it's just a cool balance kind of science thing that you can do at the dinner table. It's where my dad first did it. And that was kind of the first trick I ever learned, was that. And then the first like actual professional made magic trick I ever learned, a friend of mine's dad, my childhood best friend Zach, his dad had a couple magic tricks, a couple little pocket tricks, things that he had picked up at like a magic shop, and he had a magic thumb tip that he gave to me after blowing my mind with it. He did like the magic vanishing silk scarf trick, and I was just completely blown away by it, and I begged him for the secret. So he gave me that thumb tip. That was kind of the first, one of the first magic props I ever had, and I think one of the first things I ever learned that was actually like a real trick that you know, had apparatus to it. What is your favorite Christmas tradition, and can I get a shout out? Bentley Young. Bentley Young. Shout out to Bentley Young. Thank you for watching. My favorite Christmas tradition. We used to go to my grandma's house every year for Christmas, so that's probably my favorite Christmas tradition, is just getting together with family. As you guys know, I'm Jewish. I was raised Jewish, but we also celebrated Christmas growing up. Today's the first night of Hanukkah, so shout out to all my friends out there celebrating Hanukkah. Christmas traditions, we'd go to my grandma's house. She would always have her place just beautifully decorated with the most amazing Christmas decorations and ornaments on her tree, which I now have some of those in my ornament collection. Putting up the tree is a fun tradition that Ava and I, you know, enjoy now, of just putting the tree up, putting the lights on, hanging all the ornaments on it. Generally do that like the weekend after Thanksgiving. I know a lot of people follow that same tradition. So yeah, that's probably my favorite Christmas memory, is going to my grandma's house, and you know, all the family would be there. We'd all gather together, have a nice Christmas meal. But yeah, that's probably my favorite Christmas tradition, putting up the tree. I want to get some of those Christmas popper, like confetti popper things I've seen. I think they're like really popular in England. I want to get some of those things that you like pull them and confetti goes everywhere. Seems pretty cool. Watched for 6 years. Can I give a shout out? Jen Haney, thank you for watching. I appreciate that. Been watching your videos for years, so thanks for answering my question. Absolutely. Ewan Thomas. I thought we had the same name there for a second. Love your trick since I was in comp. What's comp? Is that like grade school in another country? Oh, let's see. I bet you can't pronounce my name right. What is that? Lyrisic? That's my best attempt. Love your vids. You had a huge downfall. What's your say? By the way, love your vids. Okay. I don't know of me having a huge downfall. This is news to me. We're definitely on an upswing as far as, maybe you mean weight loss, downfall in my weight. I have lost like 100 pounds. So I do say that's pretty awesome. On the over 100 pounds now. I think I've lost like 101 pounds at this point. On that health kick, I've been working out solid for about the past year plus, maybe a year and a half. Just watching what I eat, and you know, just drinking a lot of water and staying healthy, man. Just trying to be the best version of myself. But yeah, as far as a downfall on social media, we We aren't producing the how to magic long form videos like we used to on a regular basis because they just don't get as many views as the shorts do. Somebody asked, what is your opinion on shorts? I love shorts. Shorts is responsible for the real growth of our channel in the past year on this platform. They're a lot easier to produce than a long form how to magic video. You know, we'll spend an entire week plus shooting a long form how to magic video, and it'll always be, you know, it'll always have a huge place in my heart is the long form content on YouTube, because that's how we built our initial following. But the times change and you have to adapt and change with the times or you'll get left behind. So we have, you know, kind of altered our strategy as to what we're producing. Shorts, you know, it's easier to produce 10 shorts in a day than to produce, you know, a how-to magic video in an entire week's time. So there's definitely a decrease in our views on the long form content that we produce, but the shorts on YouTube and the short form content on other platforms like Reels on Facebook and Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, all those platforms, we've really had some great success with, and huge growth on YouTube in the past year. We're gaining around 100,000 new followers per month. So if you are one of the new people here at the channel, really appreciate you being here. If you came here from a short, let me know which one it was that you saw and that made you subscribe to the channel. I love shorts. Yeah, they're easier to produce than making a huge long form video. And I think our most viewed videos on YouTube now are shorts. For the longest time, it was one of our long form how to magic videos that had like 17 million views, which is unbelievable. But then you produce a short and it gets like 100 million views and it's like, whoa, 50 million views on this one, 100 million views on this one. So yeah, the shorts have been huge for us and we're going to continue to make them. I hope you guys like them. And we're also going to continue to produce some how-to magic videos here and there, maybe, you know, 1 or 2 a month, something like that. So please show those videos some love. If you want us to keep making the long form how-to magic videos, they are a tremendous amount of work. So hope you guys appreciate them and watch them and give them a thumbs up. We're doing the giveaways on the videos. So yeah, that always encourages us to make more if they're actually getting engagement from you guys, and you know, they're really, you know, they seem worthwhile when there's enough people watching them. So what's your opinion on special effects? Love good special effects in a movie. As far as special effects for doing magic on social media, I know Zach King is really successful with, you know, not necessarily doing magic per se, but just very good VFX art in his videos. It's cool, man. I think there's definitely a place for it. I don't really like when magicians are presenting something as genuine on video and it's just a camera trick, or, you know, we try to avoid doing that. Most everything you see me do on social media is like a genuine magic trick that I could actually perform for you in real life in front of you, and it would look the same as it does on camera. Some things are angle sensitive, where if you move a little bit this way, you might see the secret. So doing things on camera does lend itself to certain angle sensitive tricks that otherwise wouldn't play as well for a live audience. But how do you post so many shorts? We're constantly making them, and we have a huge back catalog that we're pulling from. So what is your reason for starting YouTube? Thanatos says, what is your reason for starting YouTube? Give you a shout out there as well. So my reason for starting it, it's kind of a weird story, but I was doing rap battles and I was also doing all the video production for a local rap battle league called Dope 16, which is now shut down. Shout out to BZ and EB, guys who were running that league. Kind of put me on with my first video production editing job, and I was producing all the videos for these rap battles, kind of like 8 Mile, if you've ever seen the Eminem movie 8 Mile. So I was producing these rap battles, and BZ, the owner of the league, decided he was going to shut down the league, just for a lot of different kind of political reasons. So when I found out it was shutting down, I still really wanted my rap battles to remain online. And I asked him, you know, can I take my battles and just upload them to my own channel? And he was really cool about it, and he was like, yeah, sure, that's fine. So that's how EvanEraTV kind of started, was just as a home for my rap battles to live on there. And then I was doing magic long before I was doing rap battles. As I said, since about 7 years old, I performed professionally for a while, making a living busking and doing kids' birthday parties and my school's like project graduation, things like that. So yeah, I kind of started it for home for my rap battles, and then it evolved into, I'm gonna try and put some magic stuff up and see how that does. And the I think the second episode of How to Magic I put up ended up blowing up and getting like 100,000 views in a week, and I was like, whoa, I think magic's where it's at. So I started posting more magic videos. Let's see, do you edit your videos yourself? I do not. Sometimes I do. Eric is over here editing right now, and Eric's been producing and editing for our channel since 2017 full time. So yeah, you have him to thank for the edits on these things. I come in and I'll tweak things here and there before the final product goes out. And I do edit some amount of videos, like on my phone. There's an app that I just edit on real quick. From time to time, I edit stuff. Let's see. Any telepathy magic for me with name and word guessing? Huh. Mentalism stuff? Yeah. One of the classic like mentalism tricks that I like, it's just a real quick impromptu thing that you can do with people. You have them think of any odd number between 1 and 50 where both the digits of the number are odd. So both the digits have to be odd, not like an odd number and an even number. Any two-digit number between 1 and 50, both the digits odd and an odd number. And the vast majority of people think of the number 37. So you can write it on a piece of paper as a prediction. You fold it up. The beautiful thing about this trick is how simple it is. People don't realize how narrow you're making the parameters of their options, because you're saying two numbers, so it has to be a double-digit number. So automatically you're eliminating all the numbers 1 through 9, and then you're really only leaving them with odd numbers that have both the digits odd. So it's like 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. Can't do anything in the 20s because one of the digits would be odd. And then you have 31, 33, 35, 37, 39. So it's a limited pool of numbers. And for whatever reason, people are really drawn to pick 37. That's a quick mentalism trick you can do for people. Let's see. Watch your vids since 2017. That's awesome. Lyrically sick, put together. Leah sick. Lear sick. Most people get it wrong. I understand that. It's a cool name, though. Let's see. Hello, Angela. What about AI? Will that affect magicians? I don't know how much artificial intelligence will really play into magicians' performances. I've asked AI some interesting questions about magic, like just to find out what its answers would be. You know, what will magic tricks look like in the year 2050? And, you know, just seeing kind of what a computer thinks that'll look like. I don't know how much magic and magicians will really be affected by AI. I have to imagine it can only be beneficial as the world becomes more and more technological and digital. I think when you see something in person that kind of defies logic, and you know, I think it becomes more impressive as the world gets more digital and almost magical itself, where you can take something really simple like a water bottle or a deck of cards and do something that transcends into that realm of just wonder that we kind of get from technology. I think I think AI can only enhance magic. I don't see it hurting it. And using it to generate ideas can be very useful if you're stuck creatively and you think, I want to try and create something new, something fresh, or I want to try and take these tricks and put them into a cohesive routine where they kind of flow into each other well. You can take, hey, I've got these 5 tricks I'm really good at, take them and try and connect them, and you put them in the chat GPT and tell it to take these 5 magic tricks and put them in the most logical order that will make sense, and you can even have it kind of write pattern for you for the tricks. And you can ask it to try and invent illusions, new stuff that no one's thought of before, that it's kind of compiling all of this data from around the internet and then using it to come up with new stuff that people haven't thought of yet, that maybe a human being isn't capable of thinking of, and then a machine has this learning engine inside it that's kind of like a human brain, but it's also got access to all the data on the internet. So I think AI could be a really interesting tool depending on how you use it. Let's see. Lee Wallich. Hi, I previously won a competition and wrote you an email with my mailing list and you didn't respond. When will I get my prize? Interesting. Send us another email because we are pretty on top of sending out giveaway prizes. We just started doing giveaway prizes again. Send us an email with your full mailing address and let us know if you remember what video it was that you won on, and we'll get your prize shipped out immediately. All the prizes are shipped from EvanEraTV.com, our online magic shop. Excuse me. So sorry for that delay. I don't know how we missed your email. Could have potentially gone to spam folder. I don't know. Depends on how long ago it was. But send us an email to evaneratv.giveaways@gmail.com, and we will ship that out to you promptly. Let's see. Johan says, how are you so good at magic? Again, it's just practice. I've been doing it a long time, about 30 years. And for the record, there's magicians who are far more skilled than I am. But yeah, it's practice like anything else. With practice comes an increased level of skill, an increased level of comfortability with performing in front of people, etc., etc. I learned a lot from you. I used to watch you a lot back in 2015 to 17, and I've had great moments showing people magic tricks, especially card tricks. Even today, I would still show them to people. Yeah, appreciate that. I'm glad you got some value from the videos. And that's the interesting thing about the channel, about the show How to Magic, is people kind of go through like a magic phase when they're growing up. I just stayed stuck in that phase forever. And yeah, it's like, there's like a 2 or 3 or 4 year period, maybe even just a year or so, where you're super into magic, and that's generally when people find the show and discover the channel. And it's cool because it'll always be there for you to go back and watch the videos even after you've kind of grown out of that phase, so to speak. But a lot of people keep that interest and keep that passion for the art alive. I look at it kind of like any other, thing that you become interested in when you're growing up. Sometimes it's a phase and people grow out of it, but sometimes that passion for that thing is ignited for the first time then, and you're passionate about it your entire life, which is really cool, because then you can have this springboard from learning the tricks on How to Magic into like an actual career. One of the most famous, I would say, students of How to Magic, there's a couple of them. Sean Does Magic. He's a longtime fan of How to Magic. I have messages from Sean back when he was, I don't even know how old, a kid, asking me to check out his stuff. And he is now super, super famous, super successful. especially on TikTok. I think he has like 20 million bajillion followers on there now, absolutely killing it. So also Shin Lim is a student of How to Magic. So he's now got a residency in Vegas, won AGT. So the cool thing about the show is it's a platform that you can springboard off of. Like if you're searching for magic on YouTube, hopefully you find the videos. It sparks, an even bigger interest and passion in the art in you, because you're able to see these tricks that, you know, previously, if you wanted to learn how to do magic, you had to go to a library, you had to find an old book and dust it off and rent it, and you'd read the tricks and they were hard to understand. And I think the great thing about the show is that it makes it more accessible, to where if you're interested in magic, you want to learn how to do some tricks to impress your friends and family, you go on there, you watch a video, and you have like 10 takeaways from the video of like things you can actionably do that day. You go upstairs and you show your parents or whatever. That's kind of how I started out. I'd learn things from these books, and I'd go show my mom and dad, and they might have been annoyed with it, I don't know, but they were always a great audience, and humored me, and gave me a great reaction, which, just builds that confidence in you, and you want to keep doing it. And then you eventually do it for strangers or your friends, and you see their reactions, and it's a cool feeling. It's a cool feeling to impress people with your skills or with a thing that just completely baffles them. You feel like you're smart, you're intelligent, because you showed them something that fooled them into thinking that something else was happening. It's just a cool feeling to kind of be able to spread that joy and wonder in other people, where you might show them something and then that sparks an interest in them, and they all of a sudden want to learn how it's done, which most people do. But sometimes you show someone a trick and that sparks their interest in the art, and then they become a magician themselves. So it's really cool, to see kind of how people take what they learn from the show. Some people go through a phase of learning magic and performing for people, and then other people actually turn it into a career, and it becomes a lifelong passion. So let's see. Grew up watching your videos. I was given the title of magician, Doctor Strange. That's fantastic. Have you ever tried archery? Jen says, yes, actually was doing some archery last week. My niece takes archery classes, and my brother-in-law is actually the coach for those archery classes at her school. So I had an appointment, and I was nearby the school, popped by and did some archery. But I've been doing archery since I was a kid. I had a bow, then I got a compound bow, and yeah, I love it. I haven't done it in a while. Ava took archery year before last at her school. They had an archery team, and yeah, it's super fun. I love archery. Let's see. Tried to purchase from EvanEraTV, but it seems like you're always out of stock. We have a ton of products in the shop. There's a lot back in stock now, but things do sell out because we only get a limited supply from our supplier, our manufacturers. So you gotta act fast before the things disappear. So yeah, it is, you gotta get in there while the getting's good. But there's a lot of new products on the shop right now that there's not a lot sold out at the moment. So yeah, check it out, EvanEraTV.com. If there was something that you're missing, something that's out of stock, and you'd like an expected date on when we'll have it back in stock, you can always send us an email at evaneratv.shop@gmail.com, and we can give you an expected date of when that'll be back in stock. And you can probably go ahead and place an order, and as soon as the product comes in from our manufacturer, we'll send it out to you. Let's see. How did you get popular? A lot of videos. My advice to anyone who wants to blow up on social media and gain a following, study what other people are doing, and don't necessarily copy what they're doing, but you can draw inspiration from it, and you can kind of get a strategy and a good blueprint of how you need to operate on these platforms in order to gain a following. So Biggest thing, get a mentor in the game, someone who's already doing it, someone who can kind of show you the ropes of what to do. I was fortunate to connect with Tom Mabe and Dennis Rohde and Jim Clark in that time. And they kind of, also Jay Carl from Scary Snowman gave me good advice, and Mary King. I had a lot of people who kind of gave me the game early on. And one of the biggest pieces of advice Tom ever gave me was you can't live and die by one video. A lot of people will put all this time and effort into making a video, and then they post it and it gets 10 views, and then, you know, they get disheartened by that and they don't make anything else, and they're like, oh, well, I tried it. And it's like, you got to keep trying, man. You can't just make one video. You've got to, you got to make a lot of content, because all it takes is one to break through, and then all of a sudden you're on your way. But if you're just doing one video, that's not going to be the deciding factor for you. You got to make a lot of content. You know, you're a content creator if you want to be on social media. So I got popular by just following my heart, following my passion in the content. And as you guys know, like, I've pivoted a lot. It started out with rap battles on the channel, and then it was how-to magic videos, and then we started doing a lot of pranks on the channel, and then I was doing vlogs for a long period of time at the same time as the how-to magic videos, and then I pivoted into doing music for a brief period of time and made a music video for the channel, and then now we're doing a lot of challenge videos and games and stuff like that. So it's constantly evolving, and you have to evolve you know, your art with the platforms if you want to continue to be successful. Neck's kind of stiff. I just got done working out. Let's see. For 3.07 million subscribers, your viewers are kind of low. I have no control over that. That's another good point, is you got to focus on what you can control. I don't have any control over if the platform decides to deliver this live stream or this content to all of my followers. Truth be told, this live stream format on YouTube is new, so it's not being served in the Shorts algorithm. Even though it's a vertical video, it's not being shown in that scrolling of Shorts yet. This is an early version of the live. I can't say too much about it, but yeah, it's algorithmic thing. It's not something that we have control of as a creator. You just have to focus on making the best videos that you can, and hopefully the rest falls into place. Because, you know, as much as I would love all 3 million people who subscribe to this channel to watch this live stream, there's nothing I can do to really make that happen. So if you're focusing on, the video didn't get as many views as I wanted or whatever, you're putting your focus in the wrong place. You're putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable, as they say. Your job as a creator is just to create and keep creating. And you can listen to what your audience wants from time to time. That's useful information. But if you're focusing on, it's not getting enough views, it's not making enough money, you know, I've got this many subscribers, that's really not the goal. It's great to celebrate those subscriber milestones, and if a video blows up and gets a bunch of views, that's awesome. But that shouldn't be your driving force. It should not be the only metric is what you base your art on. So, you know, you can only do what you can do, which is create videos and put them out, and, you know, try to make sure people are aware that they're out and that they see them. But, you know, you don't really have control over how many people see the video. That's on the audience, and it's on the platform that you're on. So I ain't sweating it. It's also why it's important to be on a lot of different platforms. I love YouTube. It's where I built my following. But I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all the platforms. Let's see. I don't have any questions, but I won't like to, what? I don't have any question, but I won't like to say you're a real inspiration. Thank you for inspiring me. Okay, I think it was a little bit of a typo there, but appreciate that. Where is your wife? I am divorced for some number of years. A lot of people think that Veronica was my wife, just good friends, and she is in a different line of work now, doing construction, I think. But yeah, she's still around. We still hang out from time to time. She's not on camera at the moment. She might be back in some videos. If you guys want to see Veronica back in some videos, I actually think she's going to stop by. Oh, somebody said what happened to Veronica. She's actually going to stop by today at some point. So maybe I'll see if I can get her to hop back in a video. But my actual wife, Ava's mom, we divorced almost 10 years ago now. So, no wife. So can we be expecting some music from you in the near future? Yes. Yes, you can. New music coming soon in the year 2024. Where's Veronica? What happened to Veronica? What magicians have you met? That's a great question. I've met a lot of magicians. I consider all the fans of the show that I've met magicians. So when I meet you guys out in public, if you ever see me out in public, come say hello. Love meeting you guys. As far as like big name professionals, good friend of mine, Murray Sawchuk, is a headlining magician on the Vegas Strip. You can catch me and Murray on Pawn Stars Do America coming December 20th. I can finally promote that because the SAG strike is over. So December 20th, my episode of Pawn Stars, which features Murray the Magician, headlining magician at the Tropicana in Las Vegas. We will both be on Pawn Stars Do America on December 20th, so check that out. I'm selling a really cool magic item, and Murray is the magic consultant for Pawn Stars, so they call him in, unbeknownst to them that we're good friends. So it's a fun little segment on the show, so tune in for that. December 20th on the History Channel. Let's see, other magicians that I've met. David Copperfield, I met in 2022, I think. Yeah, I went out to Vegas for my birthday in 2022. Bunch of fun stuff. We were just talking about that trip the other day. Rode dune buggies in the desert, and yeah, it was a really fun trip. I met David then. Very fun. Oh, man, my neck is stiff. Very fun meeting him. He actually sent me a autographed copy of his book, The History of Magic, prior to me coming to the show. So it was really cool to then meet him in person, and we took a photo. Great guy, fellow Jew. So that was cool. I've met David Blaine, another Jewish magician. There's a lot of Jews in magic. I don't know. David Blaine, I've met him a couple times. Very cool guy. He's got a show in Vegas coming up as well. Who else have I met who's famous in the magic world? I've never met Paul Harris in person. A lot of you guys might not know who that is, but one of the greatest magic creators in the world. We've talked on the phone quite a bit. We worked on a project together before I got on YouTube. So Paul Harris is a very famous magic creator, very well respected by people in the magic community. Who else have I met in the magic world? Jason the Great, a longtime collaborator with me on this channel. Very popular on TikTok and other platforms as well. Jason's a fantastic magician. Let's see, who else? Jabrizi, very popular magician. He's kind of pivoted into doing some other content now as well. But yeah, Julius Dean, very popular magician on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc. He's a good friend of mine. We've never met in person, but virtually through the internet, FaceTime, stuff like that. Jay Sankey is a fantastic magic creator, who I've been a fan of for years. I was happy to collaborate with Jay on a video and meet him Um, yeah, I'm trying to think who else I know in the magic world. It's a small, tight-knit community. Rich Ferguson, I haven't heard from him in a while, but we met digitally back in the heyday of YouTube in like the 2016, 17, 18 era. Yeah, been fortunate to meet, know, and befriend a lot of really fantastic magicians in the world. So that's been really cool for a kid who, you know, grew up watching David Copperfield and Lance Burton. I don't think I've met Lance Burton yet, interestingly, which I grew up watching Lance Burton on TV a lot. If you guys don't know who that is, check out his stuff. He's a fantastic stage magician. Um, Speaking of David Copperfield's new special coming in February, he's going to make the moon disappear. I'm pumped for that. As a little kid, watching him make the Statue of Liberty vanish and him walk through the Great Wall of China. I'm really excited to see how he's going to make the moon disappear. So that's really cool. Oh, let's see. Aaron's House of Legos. Hey, it's Evan. What's up? What's up? How old is Ava? Ava is 14 years old now. It blows my mind, which I'm sure a lot of you guys remember watching the channel when Ava was like 6, 7, even like 5 years old when it started out. It's cool to see her grow up as the videos, you know, go on, and I look back on those, and it makes me sad because she's now a teenager, and I miss those childhood years. It's really fun. But yeah, she's 14, doing great. She's actually shadowing at a high school today to decide which school she's going to go to. We've toured 2 different other high schools at this point, and she's doing the 3rd one today, and after this we're going to make a decision. So yeah, she's doing well, doing well. She actually broke her leg playing soccer over the summer, so it's been a long healing process there. I don't know if you guys have ever broken a bone, especially like a leg bone, but it is a long, arduous healing process. She was in a cast for like a month plus, then another cast, and now a boot, and we're finally about to be out of the boot next week. And she's now doing physical therapy to rebuild that muscle around the bone, etc., etc. So yeah, kid's doing well. She's really prospering in school, great grades. Really proud of her. So thank you for asking about Ava. Let's see, why aren't you rapping anymore? I'm still busting the raps. Yeah, new music coming soon. I do still write quite a bit of music. It's hard to carve out time for it. I do have like a studio right over here where I can record, but yeah, it's definitely still a passion of mine, and there will be new music on the horizon. But, you know, it's a hobby more than it is kind of something that I'm trying to make a living at. So the got to keep the main thing, and the main thing is creating videos that are, you know, magic themed or challenges or games. But yeah, I will be having some new music coming out soon. I'm still rapping. Let's see. When did you start magic? About 6, 7 years old. Let's see. How do you feel about the people that say you made their childhood? That makes my day when I see that. That's a lot of comments that I see on Instagram and TikTok now are people who were fans of the show maybe 5 years ago, and now they're in their teenage years or they're even in their 20s. I've had servers at restaurants be like, dude, you were my entire childhood. It's very cool. It's cool. It's interesting to me that I am like that nostalgia for some people. Like they see a new episode of How to Magic and they're like, oh my God, this brought me back to when I was 7. It's interesting to be that in someone's life. And, you know, I feel fortunate that I've had a lasting career on social media. A lot of people, you know, it's like a flash in the pan and then you never hear from them again. And it's like, oh, it was cool for that time period. And then they kind of just fade into obscurity. So I've been very fortunate. I feel fortunate to still have a following, still have an audience here. So thank you guys if you're still here sticking around. I really appreciate you. Yeah, it's cool. It's a really cool feeling. What happened to Veronica? I covered that. She's doing other things. She does stuff outside of this. She does things too. Hello, what's up, Alexi? Have you met any magicians besides yourself? Yes, I have. Music, covered that. Show a magic trick. I'm going to show this wonderful magic trick at the end of the video. It is the magic wand with 2 ends, so stay tuned for that. Did you know you have very tiny hands? Quite the opposite, actually. I have massive hands. If you've ever seen them in person, they're gigantic, and that really aids with doing magic because you can conceal things very easily. But yeah, I've always had huge hands. Also have fantastic grip strength if you have watched our most recent grip test video. So that's an erroneous comment, and I reject it. And watch yourself, okay? Not trying to be mean, but why does Ava have very short hair? Ladies can have short hair. That's a thing. Did you know you're an amazing YouTuber? Thank you, I appreciate that. I kind of knew, Let's see. I think Ava likes her hair short because it's easier to maintain than having to brush super long hair every day, which I get. I don't have any hair to maintain, but it's a different story. Let's see. What is your motivation to keep pushing and making content when your peak was hit based on YouTube video count 5 to 7 years ago? It's kind of a backhanded way to say that. Definitely not at a peak now. We've never gained 100,000 subscribers in a month, even at the height of our YouTube roller coaster back in 2016, 17, 18. Our shorts get more views now than I've ever gotten on this platform, and they're making quite a bit of money too. So yeah, I don't feel like we peaked at all. If anything, we're still on the journey to the peak. I don't think we're even there yet. I'm going for 10 million subscribers on this channel, so I appreciate your backhanded question. The motivation to keep pushing and keep making content is because I love making it. I'm not making it to get a certain number of views or make a certain amount of money. I'll just keep doing it because I love doing it. And that is the differentiating factor between people who start this path and people who quit too early. Success and failure are on the same road. If you get off the road too early, that's when you fail. If you keep going, you'll have success. So I keep going because it's truly something that I love doing. I love creating content. I love making videos. And it's something I'll always do because it's at the heart and core of my passion as a human being. So it's not really based on view counts. And if it was, I would have just stopped when we hit 1 million followers or we hit 2 million views on a video or whatever, some arbitrary metric that really does not move the needle in my real life. The fulfillment comes from, I have this idea for this thing, we're gonna shoot this thing, and then we're gonna edit it, and taking the thing that was in your mind and it becomes a real video in real life that you can then watch and you give that to other people. That's the real motivating, fulfilling thing behind being a content creator. It's not, oh, I put this up and I got 100 million views. It's cool to celebrate that, but that's not the real reason to do it. And if you make that the reason that you do it, all of a sudden, if the views go down or the money goes down or your subscribers go down, then all of a sudden you're very discouraged and you're not really motivated to make new content because you hinged your entire ethos and mentality towards creating with the end result in mind of trying to get X number of views on a piece of content. It's just, if you make that your motivating force, you won't go far. So it really has to come from a passion Find something that you really love doing and do it every day. That's it. Oh, let's see. Need to pay my mortgages bill. Can you help me out? No, I got a mortgage to pay as well, and I appreciate your struggle. But yeah, that's something you gotta figure out, man. You gotta pay that mortgage. A lot of things are done to pay the mortgage. So my best advice is keep hustling, or reduce spending in other areas, or take out a loan if you don't want to change your lifestyle. Let's see. Wow, you repeated that question a lot about the mortgage. Oh, Pawn Stars is fun. Excited to see you on there. Yeah, I love the show. Got to meet Chumley and Rick and Big Hoss, the whole crew on there. Following up on my previous question, how do you ignore the noise? YouTube algorithm not helping promote my video and using this as an excuse for... How do you ignore the noise, in parentheses, YouTube algorithm not helping promote my video and using this as an excuse for low viewership? I don't understand your question. How do you ignore the noise? You just ignore it. The same way I ignore most praise in the comments of, oh, you're the best magician ever, you're the best YouTuber ever. I also ignore negative comments. I just don't care. That's not why I'm creating. I'm not creating to, get your feedback on it. I'm creating because this is the thing I want to put out in the world, and the vulnerability of putting it out is the fee for creating art. So you can't really there's no excuses for low viewership. That's not something you have control of, my friend. So your only job as a creator is just to create what you feel like is the best version of what you're trying to create. And if people watch it, that's fantastic. But that's not where your fulfillment should come from. And that's not where my fulfillment in creating comes from. Plain and simple. That's the only answer I can give. Does Ava like magic? She does. I know if I show Ava a trick and she is impressed by it, it's really good, because she's seen so many tricks at this point that, it's hard to fool her the same way it's hard to fool me or any other magician who's been in the game for a long time, because a lot of tricks have similar methods. That's the whole concept of Penn and Teller's fool us. They've seen so many tricks at this point that, it's really difficult to still be fooled. So Ava does still love magic. I'm glad that I didn't completely ruin that for her by showing her the secret to so many tricks. She still enjoys seeing magic performed. I'm going to do this trick at the end of the show. We're coming up on an hour live stream here, and at the end of the hour I will be performing this trick for you guys, so stay tuned. And Ava hasn't seen this one yet, so I'm interested to see her reaction to it as well. Let's see. Dude, you collect old magic memorabilia like David Copperfield has a huge collection. Yes, I do, and one of the pieces of my collection that I was ready to part with is what I went on Pawn Stars with, a very cool piece of magic memorabilia. I don't want to tell you exactly what yet. You'll have to tune into the show on History Channel on December 20th for the Kentucky episode of the show, featuring yours truly and my friend Magic Murray Sawchuck. Yeah, I do have quite a few interesting pieces of magic history and memorabilia in my collection, but you will see a very, very cool and unique one on Pawn Stars Do America, December 20th, History Channel. Let's see. Somebody just said, Tom Mabe. Yes, Tom Mabe. Will Ava be in more videos? Yes. Have you ever met any fans? Yes. We have done fan meetups in New York, Australia, England, California, a lot of different places. I've met a lot of fans out on the streets who just recognize me. If you ever see me out in public, come say hi. We'll take a photo. We'll do some magic. All that good stuff. Let's see. Just wanted to say thank you for doing all of this. This is what helped start me doing magic, so thank you. That's awesome, man. That makes my day. Yeah, magic has always been a huge passion of mine. So to be able to spread it to other people and hear that, they were inspired by the show or they gained some value from it, that does mean a lot to me. So thank you for saying that. What bow do you shoot? I don't own a bow at this point, I don't think. I had like one of those Brave, like one of the early compound bows back when I was a kid. But yeah, the school provides all the bows for Ava's archery thing. So I don't actually own one at this point, I don't think. But back in the day, I had like a compound bow after I had the beginner's Brave bow. I've also shot like a traditional bow, like a wooden, I forgot what it's called. Longbow? There's like a name for like the curved ones though. Starts with an L maybe? Maybe you guys know. I don't know. I don't own a bow currently, but I shot a compound bow last week. It's really fun. Some people are just mean. They're not mean, they're just ignorant to what it's like to actually be a creator. A lot of people have preconceived ideas of, oh, if your video didn't get 1 million views and it's not successful, and it's just not the case. It's not what being a YouTuber or a content creator is all about. And if you try and base it on that, you're gonna have a short career at it. Let's see, favorite magic trick, I covered that, I think. Recurve bow, yes, that's what I was looking for. Thank you, Jen. Yes, I shot a recurve bow for a while. Started watching you 7 years ago, and I want to show you and I want you to know that I'm grateful that you were a part of my childhood. Thank you, Short Tundra. That's cool, man. I appreciate that. Oh, that's a loaded question. What do you think about Israel slaughtering Palestinians? It's a tough question, man. I think it's horrible on both sides when innocent people are dying needlessly. I obviously condemn Hamas, and at the same time, I don't, necessarily agree with the Israeli government's treatment of the Palestinian people. So it can be both. You can have sympathy for both sides. How much is that electric magic trick you did a while ago? That one was epic. I want that trick for me. Light up light bulbs. Yeah, that's the electric touch, available on EvanEraTV.com. I think it is $2.99, something like that. But if you use code flash sale, I think the flash sale is still going on in the shop. Any of you guys can take 35% off your order. Everything on the shop right now is 35% off with code flash sale. I think that's still going on for maybe the next day. So if you want to get in on that, use code flash sale and you'll take 35% off your entire order. Wow, I watched you a lot when I was younger. Thank you for making my childhood. Thank you, cynical dude. Tiffany says, hey, my question is, what made you choose this path? Like what made you decide to make these videos? Your magic tricks, like, wasn't there something else you wanted to do? No, really. This was the thing I really wanted to do. I'm now pursuing acting, which has always been a lifelong goal and passion of mine, to be in TV and film. So it was the path that I wanted to go down. I was a huge fan of YouTube and YouTubers before I became one. And it all just kind of clicked. I connected with Tom Mabe and Dennis Rohde and their whole crew, Vitali and Roman, and Chase Gilroy, all kind of early mentors to me in the social media game. And it just seemed like the right way to go, man. And I have no regrets. So how do you feel about people asking why you still continue YouTube when you've passed your peak? I just don't, why this question? Literally you and the other person on this thread are the only people I've heard say that. We're far from peaking. Last I checked, I didn't have 3 million subscribers. At the peak, we had like 2 million. So we've added like 1 million subscribers in the past year, and far from peaking. Get that negative think out of here, okay? You remember the motto: stay positive, work hard, laugh at life. How do I feel about it? I feel like they're dumb. That's how I feel. How do you get the confidence to show people magic without failing? Sometimes you do fail, and that's just part of it, but you turn that failure into another trick. You keep it going. The confidence comes from just knowing that it's not the end of the world if you mess up. Everyone makes mistakes in life, and that's just part of it, man. It's no big deal. Ray says, hey, brother. Hey, what's up? So you're Jewish. Does that mean you believe in God? Yes, I believe in God. Whereas Veronica, please answer. She is going to be here later today to say what's up to us. She's just not in these videos a lot anymore. Might be back in some. I don't know. So we are at an hour into the stream here. I have a huge question. Did you ever work in the magic store inside of Circus in Vegas? No, I did not. That is not me. Weston Ding says, hello. What's up, Weston? Shout out to you, man. Always a big supporter of the channel. And you have won some giveaways as well, from what Eric tells me. So, did you ever hear about Professor Peller, Nigeria's oldest magician? I have not. Sounds cool. For some reason, the sunglasses always seem so iconic to me when watching the vids. Bam. Yes, the electric touch, that one, yes. Truck hurt. Does the trick hurt you at all when you put that electric static on you? No, it does not hurt. When you shock another person, you do feel the static shock as well, but no, I wouldn't say it hurts. Was in Vegas years ago, saw a guy reminding me of you. It wasn't me. Hey, bro, can you teach me the best magic trick you know, please? There's plenty of them on the How To Magic video series that you can learn. Okay. It was you, I'm rolling with it. It was not me. It was not me. Promise you. Have you considered writing a book? Yes, that is in the process. We are putting together a how-to magic book, and then I might write a book myself. You never know. What celebrities outside of magic have you met? Quite a few. I just met Adam Devine from the cast of The Righteous Gemstones, worked on that show and went to the premiere of that. Who else have I met? Tom Green, that was a really cool one. Yeah, Danny McBride. Edie Patterson from Righteous Gemstones. Yeah, I've been fortunate to meet a lot of really cool celebrities. I don't know who the most famous person I've met would be. I don't know. Let's see. Yep, 183 million views on Roomba Roulette. Very cool. As a dad to a 14-year-old as well, I respect you for what you do as a father. I appreciate that. You show the magic wand trick now. Yes. Here we go. Who is your celebrity crush? That's an interesting question. Maybe Ava Mendes. She's very cute. Is that other chick? Trying to remember her name. Mila Kunis. That's her name. I've got a type. Let's see. Does your shop ship to India? Yes, we do. You don't think you want a giveaway, Weston? Check the videos. I'm pretty sure you have. Can your items come to India? Yes. Please come to India because I want to meet you so you can teach me magic. I'm not going to do anything at my school. Friends always know how to do it. What country do you live in? I live in the United States of America in the state of Kentucky. That's right. Yep. So this is the magic wand with 2 ends as promised. I will show this at the end of the video, and we have now reached the end of our live stream. Thank you guys for watching. This is the magic wand with two ends. You can see there's one end of the magic wand here, one end of the magic wand here. Answer this last question. Hello, what's up? I have a question for you. Did you ever try to show yourself on a TV show? Yeah, I've been on a couple different TV shows. I'll be on Pawn Stars on December 20th. I was also on the show Random Acts. You can catch me on that on BYU TV. I'm about to reveal the secret. I'm not going to reveal the secret to this, but I'm going to show you the magic wand with three ends. One end here, and the last end is right here. This is the end of the live stream. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate your support as always. Remember that anything is possible as long as you stay positive, work hard, and laugh at life. Love you guys. Take care. How do I end it? Seriously though, how do I end it? I really don't know. Yep, that's what it is.